Teen Plant Machine! Welcome back to the last part of the Top Beginner Plants series. This time we're going to be talking about level 2 plants. So what are level 2 plants? They're plants that look like they would be really hard to take care of because they look so good, but actually are super easy to take care of. So these are the kind of plants that you might be deterred away from if you are a beginner, but actually just, go for it, trust your plant machine instinct and buy that plant. The last section of this video is all about those plants who look amazing and also look like they would be difficult to take care of, but are actually not at all. One perfect example of that is our pal Hank, the rubber plant. So I've talked about this plant before. I love it. I think it was the first large plant that I ever bought, actually. I bought it at Columbia Road Flower Market. So for people who live in London, you're probably very familiar with that. It's probably my favorite place in the world, to be honest. It's quite intense, so if you don't like crowds, definitely don't recommend that. But if you don't mind a big crowd, obviously right now with the lockdown being lifted, I think they've come back, but I'm not really sure how they're dealing with having huge masses of crowds. But anyway, it's beautiful. So it's lots of nurseries who come and just fill the entire streets full of plants every Sunday, and you can get some really cheap deals. So this rubber plant, as well as this fiddle leaf fig tree, I got on the same day, and you wouldn't believe it, but they were £20 each. Yes, these amazing, humongous plants. So really recommend if you are in London and you can go check out Columbia Road Flower Market. It's a real bargain, and the people who run the stalls are so nice and they can really give you great advice, especially if you're a beginner, as to what plants to buy and that are easy to take care of. If you want me to make a video in which I go to Columbia Road Flower Market and show you the ropes of how to get the best deals for your plants, and where I talk about plants in general and talk to the nursery people, well, let me know in the comments and I'll make that happen really soon. But anyway, this rubber plant, like I said, super easy to take care of. It grows massive. So as you can see here, there's a massive new leaf unfurling. There's been a few coming in. It is full growing season, so that's also why. But as you can see, I took a cutting not so long ago and it is thriving. It's growing much faster now. I've also bought this plant. Yes, I admit I didn't buy just one plant when I went to a nursery again for the first time since lockdown left. Look at these new plant purchases, just amazing. And okay, I admit it, I bought 3 plants. I have no self-control. This is a beautiful variegated rubber plant, so it's the same family, but as you can see, this one is super funky. It even has pinkish hues in the stem. It just looks gorgeous. I did take a cutting of this one to give to my brother and his girlfriend Pippa. And so they're super easy to cut as well and propagate. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of that so I can give to my friends. The last plant I wanted to talk about is my absolute favorite. I kind of feel bad to say that in front of all these plants, but it was the first plant that really got me into plants in general. So here we go, the beautiful fiddle leaf fig tree. So this is part of the family of, you know, the fruiting fig trees, but it doesn't fruit. It is really, really beautiful. As you can see, it has massive leaves, and they're very veiny. And just quite sturdy, and so that's also how why it makes a really great plant for beginners, because it's quite sturdy, as you can feel. I've been playing around with cutting this plant quite a bit to see if it shoots more growth that way, and to be honest, it's been very successful. I have been fertilizing it quite a bit, but with an all-purpose plant fertilizer that I bought online. But apparently you can buy fertilizer that is specific for fiddle leaf fig tree growth, and which helps them much more, and those fertilizers have 10-10-10 content, that's what it's called, of nitrogen, phosphorus, and is it potassium? Yes, potassium. And so anyway, that supposedly, according to science, really helps them grow strong and healthy and really, really fast during this growing season, so in the summer and in the spring as well, actually. So as you can see here, this really green shoot, it's a complete new growth of only this spring season. So I've had 1, 2, 3 and a 4th leaf that's coming in. Amazing. I'm so happy about this. The second leaf that was a complete surprise, actually, and I've only just noticed right before starting to film. Look at this baby. So it's amazing. It's quite small for now, this, but I mean, no, you know, I took a cutting from this right here, and it was a much bigger branch. That was my first ever cutting of this tree to try and propagate it, and I was really terrified because, like I said, it's my favorite tree, so I didn't want to mess up really. But it's good that I tried. You gotta be a bit more experimental sometimes if you wanna, you know, up your plant machine game, and I'm so glad I did, because it's grown like it's never have before. So again, don't be scared of taking cuttings off of your plants. Just make sure to watch videos who tell you exactly how to do it. So, you know, taking a clean knife and just doing like a clean cut around a node, and then you are fine. But anyway, as I said, for this one, it's a very easy plant to take care of. Just make sure to not overwater it. Also, definitely do not put it outside at any time, and don't put it right in front of a window. I made that mistake. So first mistake was that I thought it would look really beautiful outside on my big terrace. It was really beautiful until we had super hot day, and I had a lot of work that day, and I didn't realize that my poor little tree was frying in the front of the sun. And so I actually have a leaf here that I just cut. This used to be, I think, right here? No, I don't remember. But as you can see, it's completely burnt and almost blackened. So this is what the normal color would be. And this is after it spent only a morning in the sun, and then I think I saw it at 1 p.m. So it spent 4 hours in the sun, and yeah, so I had to sacrifice quite a few leaves, sadly, but it's still growing, so you know, you live and you learn. From talking about virtually impossible to kill plants, such as the snake plant, to a bit more of a drama queen plant, such as the peace lily, all the way to the type of plants that looks like they would be complicated and for more advanced plant people, but are actually really easy to take care of, just like the fiddle leaf right here. I really hope that you found this video useful and that you now feel more confident that you can go out there and buy your first plant and not kill it. If you did enjoy this video, let me know. Please propagate this video as well by sharing it with friends and your family. Subscribe if you want, that'd be great. And if you did go out and bought cool new plants, let me know in the comments. I'd love to learn about your experience with these. Bye, see you next week.